Hello YouTube, De-bodgery here. So I wanted to show you a little bit of cleverness, something that I wish that Dualtron would have done with these switch clusters. So I cut this handlebar clamp off, and I'm just going to use those two screw holes on a bracket to mount this differently, because I don't have any extra space on the handlebars to do the clamping mechanism anymore, and I want to be able to orient this in a way that's more meaningful to me. So yeah, cut that off. In the process, in the bandsaw, the whole switch cluster got away from me, and the edge over here got stuck in the blade, so a little bit buggered up, but it still works. Anyway, yep, I'm going to show you what I did to this. I had to rewire the whole thing anyway, and the reason why is because this is my new MOSFET switch. It's got 4 MOSFETs in there, so one for each one of the functions. That way these little flimsy contacts can't ever arc and wear out, because now they only have to deal with the gate current of the MOSFETs. Alright, so let me turn this thing on. So this is just a little 3S pack. You know, it's basically putting out 11 some odd volts. And as you can see, you still have all this stuff lit up. The way Dualtron implemented it is all the little halos would turn on with, 12 volts being turned on. And I have changed that because I want the halos to turn on when that function is turned on. So here's the horn. Push that, you can see the LED ring turns on only when the horn button is pushed. This is those other buttons, and as you can see, that stays on the whole time. So again, it turns on and off with the switch. So now you actually have visual indication of that button being pressed, which I think is much more clever than the way Dualtron did it. So Dualtron, all you have to do what I did is to make a new circuit board, change the components a little bit, change the traces a little bit, so that the switch contacts also turn on the LEDs at the same time. And all this stuff, all the LED halos, they're all 12 volts anyway, so this is not a big deal. It's just a matter of rewiring slightly to make this happen, slightly different circuit board. And then you can have clever little halo rings that turn on and off with the switches. Well, I think that's it for this video. If anyone wants to do this yourself, it's not very hard. It's just a matter of cutting all the traces away from all the LEDs and stuff. Pulling the wiring out and rewiring it so that the halos are in line with the 12 volt side, so that your switches, when they close, it also applies 12 volts to the LED. It's not rocket science. Pretty darn easy.